Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. The NBA playoffs is over. Oh my goodness, this was hard to watch. Whew, man, I don't even know where to start. The play-by-play guys made it unwatchable. I mean, wow. If you can't be amazed by these guys play, and what I mean is, usually when you hear play-by-play guys, they are going crazy over the spectacular plays that happen in the game or a player taking over, something like that. But because it's not in this NBA, the play-by-play guys now have to lie. They have to lie about these games. Okay? They say stuff like LeBron and Joker are the greatest game managers of all time. They said earlier that LeBron at this point is unstoppable on the court. Where was he at in the fourth quarter? This guy put the whole game on his team's back and didn't show up in the fourth quarter. Where was he? Lakers getting all these free throws. I think it came down to really because Denver was missing a lot of wide open shots in the first half. And if they didn't, it would have been a blowout. We'll get back to this game in a minute, but the Suns game, Booker, Bill, and Durant, if those shots are not going down, these guys are useless. They can't execute plays. They don't play any defense. There's no leadership in that team. It's just horrible. They're just out there stealing money from fans, building super teams. Let's give Anthony Edwards credit. He had a great game. His first great playoff game. Now, I'm not going to go overboard. We're comparing this guy to Michael Jordan. So when you guys hear me dropping the hammer on this guy all season, this is what I expect. Game to game, Michael Jordan was on a high level every single game, especially in the playoffs. Okay, well, I know there was games he didn't have good games, but if you put it all together, he came to play every single game. Okay, like Sports and Fitness Rand say, if his shot, Michael Jordan's shot, isn't going down, he's going to get you defensively. And I know it's hard to play defense in this era, but yeah, that's another thing. It's hard to watch this basketball. You can't play defense. The refs call fouls when it's not a foul. They don't call foul when it is a foul. I mean, what's going on? What's this other game? I don't really have too much to say about New York and Philly. We'll see what happens. That series looks like it's going to be closer than people think. Joel Embiid, he's soft. I don't care if he has an injury or what. Why are you dunking if you got an injury in the first place? Why are you trying to do this? AD, if this guy just had like another body, I don't hit the weight room, dude. Why are you flopping on the ground and hitting the ground every time you take a shot? That means your knees aren't no good. I never saw Dwight Howard hit the floor like this in his prime every time he shot a shot. I know he's not the scorer that AD is, but still. I never saw guys in the 2010s, 2000s, 90s, 80s, all this, always hitting the floor just because they're taking a shot or somebody bumps them. It's horrible. And the Cavs, I look for them to sweep the Magic. They're just a young team or whatever like that. You know, the Cavs really need to do something. They got a real good team. I'm not going to say they got a great team, but we'll see what happens. These play-by-play guys, they got to stop lying, man. It's hard to. I know you want to hype up this era of guys, but you don't have to lie. They sound like humanoid program robots. Why are you lying? If this era can stand on itself as being better than the 80s and 90s, you don't have to compare. You don't have to tell lies. It is what it is. You're seeing what you're seeing. And what you're seeing is a whole bunch of 4 guys sitting at the three-point line and the ball getting swung to them on the perimeter. That's it. You can't compare guys bumping in the post and, you know, guys in the past at 1 through 5, forward, center, power forward, guard, point guard. All these guys had positional skills of that position. So you can't compare that era. These guys aren't playing positional basketball. They're playing keep away on the perimeter, shooting threes. That's all they're doing. So you can't compare eras, and this is what makes us mad and start bashing this era, because this is not how basketball was played for 20 years, and this has nothing to do with Stephen Curry, because Curry and Clay was just on the perimeter shooting a three. It wasn't the whole team. So these people like to, make up excuses and make up lies and put this on Curry, when this ain't how the Warriors were playing back in the 210s. No, the commissioner changed this game into a lazy game so players don't have to play a position, so they don't have to play defense. How can you play defense, though, when it's four guys on the perimeter launching threes? And what I mean by how can you play defense on that, because they officially took away defense in 2005, and it's gotten softer, right? So the guy with the ball that's on the perimeter, he'll take off and drive to the basket. Okay? And you can't really do nothing to him while he's driving. So another defender that's on a three-point guy at the perimeter, now he has to collapse, or he's going to get beat to the basket one-on-one, because you can't touch the guy or nothing like that. Imagine you could do this in the 80s and 90s. You couldn't even bump a guy, or it's a foul today, or a hand check. So these guys in the 80s and 90s would be going straight to the basket, scoring 50 a game. So, like I said, that's a guy on the perimeter now has to collapse and help that man, because he's going to drive and just do a layup, because there's nothing to stop him. You can't do nothing. And these defenders aren't good enough to defend on their own, because defense has been taken out of the game. So they can't defend that guy that's driving one-on-one. So once those two defenders is now on the guy that's driving, he's going to kick it out to his open teammate. Then another guy has to come off the other three-point guy, and it just continues. Either he's going to take that shot, or he's going to swing it to the next guy. And this is just a whole different basketball. Am I dissing it? No. But why compare the eras when these guys never play that type of basketball? And it's not really, it's not good basketball. It's not basketball, because that ain't how basketball was ever played for 20 years. Not 20 years. Since 2020. It was never played like that. Now it's played like that, and guys can play longer because you're not bumping and grinding. You're not challenging guys for a rebound underneath the basket, because the whole defensive team, the team on defense, you got four guys under the basket now. Once the shot goes off from three, all those defenders collapse to the basket, and you got four guys on the perimeter now still. So who do you think is going to get the rebound? This is easy basketball. There's nothing hard about it. Okay, and to me, they made this so LeBron could keep playing, because he's not a 3-point shooting guy. Yes, he shot pretty good this year, but he's not ultimately a 3-point guy. They made this so he can drive to the basket with no defense or nobody under the rim, because those guys are over there defending the guys at the 3-point line. So where was LeBron at? You guys say this guy is the GOAT. Where was he at in the fourth quarter? And his team had the same body language that he had in that fourth quarter. They didn't know what to do. LeBron is supposed to be, since he's his floor general, right? And they say they just said earlier, he's the greatest manager of the game ever, him and Joker. So why wasn't he managing the game in the fourth quarter? They had the nerve to say, 21 years and they've been playing hard all season. LeBron and AD ran out of steam. These excuses that these guys make, stop it. Because if he was out there trying to win the game and balling, they wouldn't have these excuses. And this is what I mean when I told you all season, I said the West is fugazi. Right? I also said that the Lakers aren't playing basketball. They're not playing up to their full potential. And it's the reason why. Not only is the West fugazi, that's why they don't have to play to their full potential, is because if they play to their full potential, AD is always hurt and LeBron is old. So the only way that LeBron can play in this game in year 21 It's half-ass play all season, and that's what they've been doing. But in big games like the play-in tournament, you can see what no not the play-in, the in-season tournament, they was balling out. The play-in tournament, balling out. In most of this game, they was balling out. That's their potential. But they know if they play the full strength all season, they're gonna be they won't even make the play-in. So in essence, it's only one player that's hurting the Lakers. That's LeBron James. He doesn't have all this energy and stamina that we've been told on TV. ESPN, Fox, he doesn't have it. And to me, it's cool. He ain't supposed to have it. He's in year 21. We're not going to hate on that. But why lie? Don't say he's this great player still, but he can't get his team in a top 5 position or in the playoffs without making the play in. So if you take LeBron off that team, I think that team is maybe number 6, number 5 in the West because the rest of that team has real energy. They're young. It's LeBron that's holding them down. It's LeBron that say, hey, man, let's don't play the full potential all season. It ain't no why. He doesn't have the energy. His energy is fake. And again, that's fine. He's in year 21. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. But they're not playing the full potential because of LeBron. AD was a beast in this game. LeBron needs to stop doing what he did last year. What did he do last year in the playoffs? I'm gonna just beast it up in the first half, and then nobody can blame nothing on me. No, bro. Why don't you defer most of the game, get your teammates involved, and then you finish the game? That's what a GOAT does. That's what a clutch player does. Not this stuff. So hopefully they don't get swept. I mean, I actually want to see a game. But if they get swept in this series, if they get swept, this dude needs to retire. Anyway, this year, it don't matter if they win the championship or whatever. But if this guy gets swept and he comes back next season, remember he got swept last year, he should have retired. Why are you coming back? What are you trying to prove? You got the all-time points record. I don't call it the scoring record. I call it all-time points. They want to call it the scoring record to make it look like he's this great scorer with one scoring title. All-time points record. That's what he got. You should have got that. You got swept. Retire. What are you still playing for if you got over $1 billion? Oh, do you owe the NBA a favor? Is that what it is? For lying about your legacy? Maybe that's it. They want to keep this guy playing to cause controversy for the NBA so they can get ratings, right? Although the ratings aren't good when he plays, but they can still sell tickets and merch to his fans who are idiots who think this guy is a top 10 player. So if they get swept this year, this is the plan. Retire, tell Bronny, go back to school, and you move on. And like I said, you should be doing that regardless what happens this year anyways. If you win a championship, it doesn't mean nothing. It exposes how weak this era really is. If somebody plays for 21 seasons and wins a championship and still playing at a high level, supposedly getting 25, 7-7. Exposes the NBA. It doesn't show how great you are. Especially with all the foul shots, the Lakers shoot. Exposes the NBA. And plus, it would take him 21 seasons just to get 5 championships. I mean, I think if they did come out the West, I think they could beat whoever was in the East. The East is even weaker. I mean, I call the West fugazi because nobody in the West had proven anything over the last 4 years. But Denver and Golden State, who is out of it, and the Lakers. who are running on fumes because of LeBron James. Layups and foul line shots. Yeah, he'll hit a three here and there, but it's not consistent. He's not a 3-point shooter. He's a lucky 3-point shooter. That's it. There's all kind of players that hit 40% from the field at the three, and they wasn't good 3-point shooters. That doesn't make your career a good 3-point shooter. So yeah, this playoffs was hard to watch, and mostly because of the lies that the commentators are saying. It's just got to stop, and it won't stop. It won't stop. And I'm gonna say it again, like I said earlier. If everybody's running the same offense every play, how can these be real coaches? If the playbook is the same, every single play down, 4 guys at the 3-point line, how are these real coaches? How can they coach positional basketball? These aren't real coaches. These are just guys that stand. I'm sorry, Darvin Ham don't look like no real coach to me. And Darvin Ham had to say that, what did he say? D'Angelo was one of the most skilled guys he ever been around. Are you serious? D'Angelo Russell is one of the most skilled guys he's ever been around? Tell me what you think.